Hello, I'm Miss Jackie, and this is Word for Brothers. Let's respect our men, love our men, and support our men. So, there comes a time which should be the last time you fool with someone, and fool you are if you do. Take Abraham and his almost as old as he was nephew Lot. Lot, unasked and uninvited, left with Abraham and Sarah for Canaan. They briefly detoured to Egypt, where Abraham became wealthier, as did Lot, because of his association with his uncle. However, lacking in management skills and not one to break a sweat, Lot had it up for the bright lights and low life of Sodom, just in time for war to break out. Lot became collateral damage and was kidnapped. Most of his wealth was already gone. Apart from Abraham, he had nothing. Though they didn't part on the best of terms, Abraham headed off to rescue his nephew, which he did. Well, if Abraham thought Lot would come back with him and return to the fold, he had another thing coming. Of course, after the fighting was over, King Sodom came to meet Abraham. He asked Abraham to hand over his citizens, including Lot, whom his enemies had taken. And what did Lot do after seeing his uncle risk life and limb to save him? Of course, he went back with the king to Sodom. And the rest is history and well-deserved misery for Lot. Seeing is believing. After that, Abraham never saw his nephew again. No calls, no texts, no driving little Isaac over to Sodom to see his no-name second cousins for barbecues, Thanksgiving, or Christmas. Now Abraham prayed and loved his nephew from a distance, but he had his own issues to deal with, his own family to take care of. He refused to put on the cape for someone who didn't want to be saved. And really, how can you save someone from a habit of bad decisions? And let us uplift and praise our men who will go the last mile into the end of the road. They have themselves and their families to think of and will not let anyone take them over a cliff. See you next time.